everyone. We are so excited that you are watching. I am Mel Jolly. I'm the conference director for the 37th Annual Novelist Inc. Conference, which will take place in St. Pete Beach, Florida from September 23rd through the 26th, 2026. I'm also joined today by my assistant conference director and former NINC president, Tawdra Kandle. Wave to the people, Tawdra. Every year, several hundred NINC members and industry professionals attend our conference for top-tier educational workshops and high-level networking, all in a relaxed beach atmosphere. We're like a beach conference with a learning problem. We would love to have you join us. So please go to ninc.com for more information on that. It's NINC.com. And without further ado, today we are interviewing one of our favorite people, Ines Johnson, who will be teaching 2 sessions this year, yay, including our masterclass on marketing. This year, we decided to offer a single track of high-level masterclasses on the first full day of the conference to cover the 3 pillars of excellence, which is our theme this year. So excellence in craft, in marketing, and in mindset. So Ines, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited.
Hi guys.
This year.
I'm so excited to be heading back to St. Pete in just a few months. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
You know, I have been to NINC, I don't know how many times, and this is embarrassing. I have never actually gone into the water. It's just so jam-packed. It's just so much going on, so many people to talk to, and I'll look at the water and I'm like, hi water, and then I'll just start talking to somebody.
We're gonna lead you down this year. We're gonna have a special Ines, like
you can find the time
to the golf. We will make the time. We'll put it in the schedule. Once Bill and I put it in the schedule, it's done. It has to be done.
That's right.
The conference app is going to say Ines Beach Time.
Yeah, that's it. That's
going to show to everyone.
That's the only way it'll happen.
It is. And you'll have a lot of people there because, you know, you are so well known in our corner of the industry, especially for your cutting edge marketing plans, which I love and hang on your every word. So booking you this year for a masterclass especially was an obvious choice. However, for the people who don't know you, can't imagine there are any, but there might be a few out there. Can you give us a little bit about your background, your experience as an author, and also what drew you to teach the strategies you developed?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Ines at Kissing Books. I come from the world of television. I went to school. I went to film school. I lasted a semester before walking across the hall to the television people where I belonged. And I had a fantastic career in television, doing documentary television with folks like National Geographic Television and Discovery Channel. And then I did children's television for a couple of years, working at the Black Family Channel in Atlanta. All the while, I had been reading romance novels since I was 12. And at some point, I was like, I think I can do it. Because I'm writing all these scripts, right? I'm writing all these scripts surrounded by children. Child actors, right? I'm like, I think I can write a smutty story. And I did. And I published it. And someone who I didn't know, like a number of people that I didn't know, read it and reviewed it. And I caught the bug. That was my life from then on. From children's television, from National Geographic to children's television to spicy romance novels. That was my track.
I mean, were you covering the screen all the time as the children passed? Don't look.
Well, privacy screens are a thing.
Very, very, very true. Very true. Okay, so your masterclass is called Promotion, Planning, and Pacing Your Marketing. What are you hoping that attendees will get out of this one?
Some of my type A personality. You can't really see the planner haven that surrounds me, or you can see a little bit of it. But I love to plan. It looks like a murder board in here sometimes if you can't see my sticky notes and my calendars everywhere. But I write a lot. I come from television writing. We did 13 episodes a season, 2 seasons a year, and sometimes we wrote some stuff in the summer. So I'm used to writing a lot of complete stories and putting them out there fast. So I have a lot of books. And once a book is published, it's still, I don't call them my babies, they are my workers, and it still needs to work for me. It still needs to take care of me. So
Yeah.
I had to sit down and figure out, well, I'm putting these books out, but I don't want to neglect my backlist. So I made up a schedule, almost like a television pipeline schedule. I made up a schedule like reruns, right? Like, these are my backlist. They need to have their airtime, so they needed to have their promotion. This is my new release. This is my premiere that's coming on Thursday night TV, and it needs a splash before it goes into syndication. Look at me. It needs a splash before it goes into syndication. So I basically made a whole schedule, and I made a pretty little spread in a book, in a bullet journal. But also I make templates. I like to make a process. Again, learn this from television, where we would do these SOPs. But I make a process, and so that it becomes easier for me to put the book into the release, and then it goes into a post-release, and then it goes into syndication, and it just keeps going on and on. I thought this makes complete sense. Why doesn't everybody do this?
That's a great question.
Yeah. So I made the system, and that's what I will be teaching at St. Pete.
Yay!
You're speaking to my little spreadsheet loving heart. You know what I mean? Like, I've got my post. You can't see my stuff either, but I've got my Post-its, and
we want people to think we're sane. I feel you.
It's just not true, though.
That's true.
Well, we're also really excited about your breakout session, which is called TikTok Live Selling and Crafting Special Editions. So obviously TikTok's a hot topic and remains so, but especially with direct sales, which you are just the goddess of direct sales. So tell us what inspired you to make this workshop, and what people are going to get out of it. How are you hoping? And I want to add to this question, like, how are you hoping people will feel at the end of this workshop? Because Tawdra and I know from the several years that we've been bringing in people to teach TikTok, there's like this, there's just this level of fear sometimes associated with TikTok.
Well, I want you to feel the same thing that I hope you walk out of the planning, the promotions workshop or mastermind is. I want you to feel empowered. I also have a teaching degree because I love explaining things. Remember, I come from television. I came from children's television, and there's such a thing as a Sesame Workshop, which is a system for teaching kids how to learn. But I just flipped it for adults. Anyway, too much information. Okay,
it's not too much information.
So I need to create a process because I want something to be repeatable.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, once I create the process, I'm like, oh, here, have it. You can take it, right? So the same way that I have created a process with your backlist marketing as well as launching, I've created a process with I've created a process with how I do direct sales. I've created a process with how to do live selling. Now, when I started listening, I have never gone viral on TikTok for the right reasons. I've gone viral for the wrong reasons. I have a pen name that writes clean and wholesome military romance. And I did what they tell you to do with TikTok. I got one of these emotional hooks that you don't find a resolution for. I have the emotional hook was my fiance left me after I came from a war, a broken man. Will I ever find love again? And I had women DMing this fake soldier. So I was gone viral for the wrong reasons. I always caveat with that, because if you're coming to me trying to figure out, well, how do I make a viral TikTok? You don't want to listen to me. But I can show you a process to help get you consistent on posting on TikTok. And when I started to see people doing live selling, I'll circle back around to direct sales. But when I started seeing people doing live selling on TikTok, I was looking at all the books that I have on my shelves that I send out through my direct sales store. And people would tell me, well, I just live sell on TikTok. And I'm like, what does that mean? And I'm like, well, can I watch you? And you can only watch people live. Like, the stuff isn't recorded. You can only watch a live selling TikTok live, and then it goes away.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, I need to figure out the process. What's the process? And they were like, just get on there and talk. That's not enough instruction for me. I need more. I need step-by-step time-blocked instructions. and people just walked away from me. So I went back to my television textbooks. You guys remember, you guys know QVC, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Me
I'm
too.
sitting
I
here
was
going,
thinking that same thing. Yeah.
like, is this a home shopping network? My box
Yeah,
of
that's
baby
exactly.
sell jewelry all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly what TikTok selling is. It's QVC selling, and there's a script. Again, I'm going through my old textbooks, and there's right there QVC script. And I thought, this is perfect. Let me use this. And they broke down how the folks on QVC, how they grab attention, how they hold attention, how they use the features and the benefits of a product to sell that, how they use it to tell stories. And I just took that and I reformatted it to sell a book. And I started to make money doing TikTok live sales. Not only that, but then I translated that into other things as well. And that's been helping me. So I have a script. You will get a script when you come and see my mastermind and workshop.
I love a good script.
Me too.
Right. I need the instructions.
This is my little brain is like so overwhelmed and excited right now. Have you read Believe It by Jamie Kern Lima? Isn't that the name of it? Isn't that the name of it, Tawdra? She's the founder of It Cosmetics.
Right. Yeah. I read her book, but I don't know if it's Believe It. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it is. Okay.
Well, it definitely has It in the title because of It Cosmetics. But a lot of the story is about her starting on QVC and talking about like what a sink or swim experience that is. So when you're doing the live selling, how does that, like, as you go through the script, like, how do you know that it's working? This might be a dumb question. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing like a tally of some sort? Like,
is there a little flip thing that they're like
live sales? You get live sales. It's happening in real time. Yes.
Wow. This is why I was so excited to have you come this year, because when you start talking, I have your, I kind of semi-stalk you, not in a creepy way, but I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to be there too, because in a very non-creepy way, in a very admiring and want to be like you way. That's exactly what it is. And so, and you're a returning speaker. We have been so fortunate to have you at NINC in the past. So coming back this year, what piece of advice would you give to an author who's attending the conference for the first time, whether they're a member coming for the whole conference or somebody who's going to be part of our masterclass and maybe like this is the first time they've heard of NINC?
Two things. Okay. During the lunches and the snacks, sit with people you don't know. I follow that myself. Yeah. I go and I give my friends hugs and squeezes and kisses, and then I go find a table where I don't recognize a face, and I sit down and I introduce myself because someone has an idea that I haven't thought of, and that's really why I'm coming. It's a place that's a sponge. I come, and the water is all the people talking, right? I come and I want to, because I can talk to my friends anytime. I can DM them, I can get them on the phone, we can organize a retreat, but these new people who are thinking about things in different ways that I'm not thinking about, I want to hear what they have to say. So I'm an introvert, period. But when I go to a conference, I make a habit of going and sitting with or standing with and getting a snack with and talking to people that I don't know. That's number one. Don't go there thinking, oh, I don't know anybody. That's a great thing. Think of all the amazing ideas that you're going to get just by saying, hi, what do you write? That's all you got to say. Hi, I'm such and such. What do you write? And then the floodgates will open. So that's one. The second thing is you're going to get all of these ideas. You're going to get all of these ideas from talking to people. You're going to get all these ideas from sitting in the workshops, from going and talking to the industry professionals and seeing what's new. And I start to write them down. And I have a bullet journal and it's color coordinated with stickers. You guys know me. So I'm writing all this information down. Stop putting porn on here. I write these lists, right? But then you have to decide your time. But at the end of the day, I kind of highlight what I'm excited about. And then before I leave the conference, that's when I make a to-do list. And it's not a to-do list of every single solitary thing that I heard during the week that I was there. It's a combination list of what I'm excited about. It's short wins that I can get done quickly. And then it's some things that, and you got to make sure it aligns with what you do. Like some of the things that people were doing, when people were doing, when they were doing these TikTok shops, when they were doing TikTok shop, I was not interested. I thought, I have my own direct store. I'd rather sell from my direct store. But then, I heard it. And so I crossed it off the list. And then a year later, I saw the lives and I was like, ooh, well, that looks interesting. I think I know how to do that because I remember the QVC selling. And so then I did it because now it's in alignment with what I want to do. So you might hear something that you get excited about, but when you sit down and you match it up with your goals and how you move and shake in the author world, it might not immediately align. Cool. You've got it sequestered in a book somewhere. You do what I feel like you should do what is resonating with you, because you're going to look for the successful cues there. Like there are certain things like, I don't like KU. Don't tell Amazon, but I don't like KU. So every time I begrudgingly put a book in KU, I'm not looking for the success. I'm like, well, I could have made more if it was a sale and some borrow. I'm always looking for the negative because I don't like it. But if it's something that I did like, I'm looking for the positives. I'm looking for the good markers. So that's why I say, write the list. But then you got to match it up against who you are, who you resonate with inside.
That's true, because you could go off in like a million different directions after a NINC conference. I want to do this. I want to do this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what if you don't like it and you get stuck doing it?
Very true.
And for those of us who are the high functioning introverts, which is also me, we get home, we're so tired. So you kind of still need the excitement of being there to go back through that list and go, yes, this is what I feel excited about. Because otherwise I will put my list away and I just put it away. Yeah. I heard it all. I wrote all the notes and I just put it away. Yeah. So I, like you, Ines, it helps me a ton if I can go, okay, well, what am I in alignment with right now? And what would feel exciting? But the little piece that you said that I want to make sure to highlight is you said get some fast wins.
Yeah.
What a great piece of advice, because if you can get some momentum, that's right. You do deserve pats on the back and gold star stickers.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Shiny gold stars. Shiny
all
gold
the gold stars for Ines.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're obviously amazing. You're obviously an incredible teacher. You do such an amazing job of explaining things. And I know that you're active online. So where can people find and follow you before seeing you at the conference?
Come hang out with me on Substack. Even though I'm an introvert, I'm very chatty, especially when I'm talking about a process. I love talking about processes. So I have a Substack called Ines Johnson is Having a Breakdown, because that's what I used to do in the television industry. I was a producer, so I would break scripts down and show you where all right. And literally I would highlight where all the props were. I would look for all the actors and actresses, and perfect job for me. But my Substack is called Ines Johnson is Having a Breakdown. It's free. I talk about a lot of stuff over there for free because, like I said, I'm chatty when it comes to talking about a process. If you want me to talk about me, you want me to talk about dating, I won't talk about any of that stuff. But I will talk to you about a process, about the breakdowns of books. I'll talk to you about marketing. Yeah, I love that stuff.
Oh my gosh. We're sisters, separated at birth, I swear. I will be right over there. Ines Johnson is Having a Breakdown. Is that what you said?
Just look Substack Ines Johnson. You'll find me.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here today. And for everyone who's watching, obviously you're convinced you want to attend the conference now.
Yes, come hang out.
Yes. If we had a little counter on here, it would be showing all the people going, I want to see her. I want to talk to her.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next year, live selling the conference with Ines Johnson. We're going to make it happen.
That would be so much fun. Oh my gosh.
And now Ines's brain is like, how do I break this down? And my brain is like,
exactly what I'm
technology. What will we need for this? Yeah. We will make it happen. But we're going to include all the important links for you below. The main website is NINC.com, NINC.com. But we have a lot of different ticket types. So you can attend Thursday only, even if you're not a NINC member. You can join NINC and become a member. And we have ton of great perks, all detailed in the description below. So we won't keep Ines any longer. You're amazing. Tawdra, did I forget anything?
I don't think so. I think, I mean, I could just sit here and listen to her for,
I know. Me too.
but no, I did promise her we would let her, go be amazing elsewhere. That's right.
All right, we're good. Yay!
Thank you.